Alright guys, let me give you guys my review of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It took me nearly 2 weeks to finish this game. I played it on Xbox Series X using Game Pass Ultimate. So let me get right into it. Let's start with the gameplay. The gameplay I would describe as a hodgepodge of a stealth, first-person shooter, and immersive sim. It takes elements from all three of these games to do something different. Is it good or bad? I would say it's mediocre. The first 5-6 hours are pretty great, but after that, you've pretty much seen everything the game has to offer, and the gameplay starts getting stale really fast by the time you get to Giza. But pretty much the gameplay is pretty much this: you're in this hub world like the Vatican City. You have a main mission. You have side quests. You're gonna explore around. You're gonna look in different rooms. You might go into a different catacomb, and within these areas, you might find puzzles. With these puzzles, you might have to look at letters or clues on the wall or ancient writings to help you solve these puzzles. You get through that room. You might come upon a room full of enemies such as Nazis and fascists. This is where you're gonna have to sneak. You're gonna take them out. Then you're gonna move to the next room. You're gonna do another puzzle, and they might go through a set piece or platforming where you use Indy's whip to climb walls or use it to make larger jumps, all sorts of stuff. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but it's nothing mind-blowing. I mean, that's like I said previously, it's pretty cool for the first 6-7 hours. After that, you're like, okay, man, I'm kind of tired. That's the problem with this game. It doesn't really change things up. Once you're done with the Vatican City, the next two hubs, Giza and Thailand, are pretty much the same thing as Vatican City. They don't really change up the formula. So the thing with this formula is that it doesn't have staying power for a 15 to 20 hour long game. It only has staying power for a 5 to 10 hour long game. So they stretch it really thin, so it gets boring really fast. It suffers from the Star Wars Outlaws problem, where they try to do everything, but they don't do anything well at all. You get what I mean? Even the first-person shooting aspects. Okay, you can knock down an enemy, and he can take his gun, but his gun barely will have any ammo, and Indy will drop the gun if he climbs up something or uses a different object, such as his whip, or eats items, or eats food or something, you know? So, I mean, I don't know why this trend is prevalent, where game developers are trying to do everything, and they don't do it well at all. Just do one thing and do it well. If you want to be an FPS, be a really great FPS. If you want to be a stealth game, be a really good stealth game. Or if you want to be an immersive sim, which I think would be the best genre for this type of game, be a really good immersive sim. Don't try to do everything, you know? That's the problem. You're stretching yourself too thin, and it just gets stale. The next step is the story. The story is pretty much your Indiana Jones. You got to go through the world, collect the ancient stone relics of the Great Circle. You got to do it before the Nazi archaeologist Wass does. I don't want to spoil the story, but it's not really anything exciting. It's not going to keep you on the edge of your seat thinking, oh, what's next? I got to know what's next. I got to play another hour just to see what's next. Nah. It gets pretty boring, I'm going to be honest with you. You're like, okay, you're just going through the motions. That's how the story feels in this game. All right. It does feel like an Indiana Jones movie. It does, but it's not really riveting. It's not engaging. You know? I mean, what I would say is like this whole story could have been summed up in 7 to 8 hours, but once again, they're stretching it thin to 20 hours long. So, I mean, it just, once again, like the gameplay, it just doesn't have the staying power. Someone at Machine Games said, okay, we have a nice 8-hour long campaign, but we got to stretch it to 20 hours. So it just doesn't work. I'm sorry to say. Now, as for the graphics are great. Unfortunately, I couldn't play it on PC, because for some reason it would crash on my PC. So I had to play it on Series X. On Series X, I didn't see any performance problems. I think it runs smooth. I think it runs at a good 60 frames per second. The graphics look great. I don't have a problem. Yeah, there's some low resolution textures here and there, but who cares? Like, who cares? We just want to play the game, beat it in a week or two, and be done with it. It's not like we're going to go back and play it. Like, I'm not like those crazy PC freaks, you know? Oh, the game's got to be at 144 frames per second at 4K using RTX. I'm going to be measuring every frame. I'm going to be looking if the frame goes down 1 frame per second. No, I don't do that stupid stuff, man. I'm not a no-life like that. If it looks good, it runs good, I'm good. And it's not a game I'm going to be investing too much time in anyways. It's just got to play it once and be done with it. Who cares? If it's just performs well enough, that's it. That's all we need. And it does that well on Xbox Series X. So that's the graphics. I don't have a problem with the controls. So, I mean, the game, is it worth $69.99? Hell no, definitely not. What you need to do is just get Game Pass, get one of those free trials. If you're a first-time subscriber, subscribe, play the game, beat it, be done with it. What I would give it as a review is, damn, it's a game you'll play, then you forget about it. It's nothing rememberable. Yeah, it's a good Indiana Jones game, but is it game of the year? Great, one of the greatest games you've played this year? No, hell no. I would give this game like a 6 out of 10. It's like meh. It's a good time pass, but it's nothing that's gonna blow your socks off. No, nothing like that. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think.